Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Lighthouse, where we light the way. My name is Light, and I'd like to thank my angels, archangels, my ancestors, my ascended masters, guides, my A-team, the divine, for allowing me to be a crystal clear channel. This is a pretty short video this morning, but I just want to read some notes on gang stalking, how serious this shit is. I will do my own video on gang stalking later to follow up with this, because it's heavy right now. Like I said in another video, I was under attack last week. Heavy attack, spiritual warfare right now. And so these motherfuckers are going pretty hard, trying to take everybody down with them. I was looking at a video on gang stalking, and somebody wrote these notes in the comments. So I'm just going to read some notes, and like I said, I'll follow up with pulling my own cards or getting some more information later. But for right now, I got to get this message out. I tried to do it last night, but you know, so it was some bullshit. When you try to get special messages out, they do everything in their power to keep you from getting the messages out. First of all, I would like to say I'm truly sorry to those of you who are being targeted. It's much bigger than a group of people. This is a worldwide network. Narcissists are already a part of this network. Do not put you on the list for personal reasons, but it's not just a few bad apples doing this. In my case, it was my ex-wife, a pretrial officer, and now a CPS worker. Mind you, this is a comment under a video about gang stalking and narcissism. Just reiterating. In my case, it was my ex-wife, a pretrial officer, and now a CPS worker. This is a military operation being run under the color of law, using the Patriot Act as a pretext to target innocent victims in the name of fighting terrorism. The target is monitored and studied covertly for years before being made aware of this operation. There are different levels to this, and each target is thoroughly studied by a team of psychologists. Military AI is used to compute the desired income, and the program is tailored to each individual's psychological profile, using the individual's weaknesses and fears against them. Then the overt operation begins, and the target is being stalked and harassed openly. That's what happened to me last week. Like I was telling you, look it up. They use these sonar, radar, guns, pulses to, put implants and send all these crazy signals to you to make you piss up yourself, shit up yourself, vomit, all sorts of fuck shit that you don't even think is going on. But this is what's happening. So I wasn't doing any of that, but my head was fucking spinning, and like I said, I couldn't cross the street. And if I was on the street by myself, I would have had a fucking problem. But thank God my daughter was with me. I don't go anywhere alone, and you guys shouldn't either. Doesn't matter how old you are. This is like literally life and death out here. Understand me? Then the overt operation begins, and the target is stalked and harassed openly. Gaslighting is an integral part of gang stalking. All of the alphabet agencies are involved: CIA, FBI, NSA, DHS, DOJ, ATF, federal, state, and local police, emergency services, utility workers. That's why I don't want to go to the fucking hospital. If you know, you know. Utility workers, confidential informants, and neighborhood watch. Even the FBI outsources to a private corporation, InfraGard, to employ extra workers for the program. The amount of resources they employ is astounding, and the technology they use for surveillance and manipulation of their target is beyond the comprehension of most individuals. Like I said, this should surprise me. I know it went deep, but I mean, it surprised me, but it don't surprise me because, like I said, they're trying to take everybody with them when they go. But the thing is, we're not going anywhere. The FBI even outsources to a private corporation, InfraGard, to employ extra workers for the program. The amount of resources they employ is astounding, and the technology they use for surveillance and manipulation of their targets is beyond the comprehension of most individuals. Even though this is highly unethical and downright evil, with this vast network, there is no reason why atrocities like human trafficking, terrorism, and fentanyl fentanyl pouring across the border should exist. They have no respect for privacy and dare. Give me 1 second. They have no respect for privacy and track what everyone in the world is doing. So they know exactly who, what, where, when these things happen instead of using the system for complete. They have no respect of privacy and track what everyone in the world is doing. So they know exactly who, what, when, and where these things happen. Instead of using the system of complete domination of society for doing something good, like actually fighting crime, they use it for personal and political reasons. Because they are able to stop these things and do not. This means they are not only complicit in these crimes, but they are actually controlling them directly. Any act of terrorism is either a complete hoax or a false flag. If you know, you know. Any act of terrorism is either a complete hoax or a false flag manipulating a targeted individual into doing something they would not normally do. Now, like I was telling you last week, when I went out to the gas station, I got some snacks, some chips, some drinks. On the way back from the gas station, I saw this weird looking motherfucker. Now, mind you, it was twilight going into darkness. And before I left, I said to myself, I really shouldn't go anywhere in the dark. I shouldn't be walking anywhere in the dark, but it was only a block away. So I figured, why not? And always follow your first mind. So there was this guy, and I thought it was a little bit strange that he would he had a small bike. He was hovered over a small bike which had a child on it. Like, I thought it was weird, but not so far-fetched, because like I said, it was just getting dark. So it's not like it's pitch black midnight. And so he's teaching his child to ride a bike. And before I knew it, first he was in front of me, and then before I knew it, he was behind me. And when I look back on it, this is exactly what they do. They use people who you don't think would do things like this, so you're caught off guard. So in other videos, I tell you about this gang stalking or trafficking. They use old people, like I said, people who you don't think would do this shit. But don't put anything past anybody. You never know who the fuck is who out here. Like I tell you, soulless beings. So after I got, like I said, I was all right for a minute, and then I started walking and my shit started feeling off balance. I couldn't even walk a straight line. It felt like I was drinking. Like, if the police pulled me over and say walk a straight line, I'd be going straight to jail. So by the time I got further up the block, like I said, it was like a block and a half away, maybe 2 blocks. First block, I was all right, started feeling dizzy. But it had happened to me earlier in the day, so I didn't, I didn't put too much thought into it. But then by the time I got down to crossing the street, 2 blocks away, a block and a half away, I could barely fucking breathe. I could barely walk. The vertigo like a motherfucker. I've never had that in all of my years. I hear about it. And I've been dizzy for a few minutes, but I didn't understand what vertigo was until it happened to me. When I tell you I could barely cross the street, I had to sit down. When I finally did cross the street, after like 10, 15 minutes later, I had to sit down on I was outside sitting down. Like, what the fuck? Finally made it inside. I needed a fucking wheelchair. Finally made it inside, and I was throwing up and had diarrhea for the next 4 or 5 days. And I knew exactly what the fuck happened. So Spirit was showing me it was that motherfucker on a bike. But the only weird thing about the person on the bike, it was a small person, but I never did see either one of them's faces. So Spirit showed me, and they show me things, it's up here, physically sometimes. So they show me in my mind that there was a video I had watched maybe about a year ago where in New York, there was a whole group of people standing at the bus stop. It was a yellow bus stop, and they were letting the kids off. But the bus driver was beating up a so-called child. And everybody cussing out the bus driver, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? How the fuck do you physically throw a child off the bus? But the person had a mask on, hood on, and it was no child. When they unmasked the person, literally unmasked the person, it wasn't a fucking child, it was a fucking midget. So this is what Spirit was showing me. That person who was teaching their child to ride a fucking bike wasn't no child at all. Like I said, I never did see either one of them faces, but that shit was creepy as fuck. You pretending to be a fucking child as a midget on a bike, and you guys out here with these crazy guns and fucking lower vibrational energies and sending this shit our way. I just wanted to tell y'all, man, shit is going down out here. It is a spiritual war. If you know, you know. And like I said, if you don't know, I'm trying to tell you. And so this is exactly why I needed to get this video out. Like I said, I tried to do it last night, but they won't let me. Anytime, when I say they, these low vibrational energies, I started feeling weird again. I started getting hot and sweaty, and cats were running all over the place trying to knock down my camera, and all sorts of shit was going on. And I didn't get to do the video last night, but I'm doing it now. And like I said, stay diligent, pay attention. Anytime, any fucking time. I'm a New Yorker. So anytime I go anywhere where I'm walking or wherever, walking around my neighborhood or walking around the neighborhood, taking a walk or doing whatever, I keep my headphones off. Even if I have the motherfuckers in my ear to let people think that I am listening to music, I don't actually have the music on because I need to be focused and stay diligent, stay aware at all times. Even when you come home, look out the windows, wherever you at, look out the windows, look out your door, turn around behind you before you use keys. Always pay attention to what the fuck is going on, because not that you didn't need to pay attention before now, but even more so, even now more so than ever, because like I said, these motherfuckers are coming with everything they got. They said the big guns, they're bringing out the big guns. And like I said, I've never had no shit like that happen to me before, but Spirit always shows me every fucking thing. They also told me that by the end of, I think that was last Thursday that happened to me. So they said by fucking Friday, Saturday night, this motherfucker was showing me, they showed me his body laying in a fucking box. They about to put him in a box. They found his ass in the bushes. Okay? Come for me and seal your fate. And like I said, when I say fate, I mean coffin. And when I mean me, when I say me, I mean me physically, and any other golden child you come for, you're going to put yourself in a coffin. I'm well, but that person is no longer with us. Okay? This is how well we're protected. It doesn't mean to say that shit won't happen to you. As you see, things happen. But we're protected anyway. You was trying to make me cross the street and get knocked the fuck over or be flat like a fucking pancake, because that's what the fuck was going to be happening if I decided I was going to cross the street by myself. Be diligent, pay attention, protect when you're called to cover your crown, men and women. When you're called to cover your crown, this is why sometimes in old pictures or old videos, well, sometimes my head is, I never have my crown covered in my videos, but and if you see old pictures on my timeline or whatever, sometimes I have my hood on, sometimes I have a scarf on, because this is what Spirit calls you to do. When they tell you to cover your crown, you cover your crown. It's to protect you. Get your crystals, protection crystals, obsidian, black tourmaline was other black protection crystal I couldn't remember, and any other crystal you feel that you need. Protect yourself however you feel that you need to protect yourself. Like I tell you, Medea always said, keep the peace, but keep the peace still as well. All levels of protection. Like I said, it's toe tag and body bag season, so that's what they're trying to do, put us in a coffin, but it's not going to happen. We've already paid our karmic debt, chosen ones, that is. And this video is not just for chosen ones, but it's for anybody who needs to pay attention. Always be aware of your surroundings. Look around, pay attention. If something is not right, doesn't matter what the fucking little voice says, because the little voice tells us lies. If there's something, your intuition's located in your gut. If it's something's not right about a person, you went to meet up with a person, you have a Lyft driver, wherever you're on the bus, train, wherever the fuck you are, you walking, you feeling funny, you feeling something is not right, 100%, 9 times out of 10, you're not tripping. Listen to that intuition. Like I said, what you don't know can't hurt you. Shit, fuck shit, some of the fuck shit we taught. What you don't know can't hurt you. It can literally fucking kill you. All right? You guys be safe out there. I'll see you guys next video.